Good morning to all of you. Yesterday we have seen one numerical related to cams. Let us see numerical number second. A cam with a minimum radius of 25 mm rotating clockwise at a uniform speed is to be designed to give a roller follower at the end of wall rod motion described below. Point number 1, to rise the wall through 50 mm during 120-degree rotation of the cam. Point 2, to keep the wall fully raised through next 30 degree. Point number 3, to lower the wall during next 60 degree. And point number 4, to keep the wall closed during rest of revolution, that is 150 degree. The diameter of the roller is 20 mm and the diameter of the camshaft is 25 mm. Draw the profile of the cam when the line of stroke of the wall rod passes through the axis of camshaft, and second, the line of stroke is offset 15 mm from the axis of camshaft. The displacement of wall while being raised and lowered is to take place with with simple harmonic motion. Determine the maximum acceleration of the wall rod when the camshaft rotates at 100 rpm. Draw the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagram for one complete revolution of the cam. Now the given data is written here. That is, the stroke length of the follower is 50 mm. Theta O, that is the angle of revolution of cam during outstroke of the follower. So here follower is treated as a wall rod of an IC engine. At the end of wall rod, a roller is provided. So it is a roller follower is given in this numerical. During first 120-degree rotation of cam, the follower is to rise, that is the wall rod of an IC engine is to rise during 120-degree rotation of the cam. So it is the outstroke of the follower. Then next is to keep wall fully rise to next 30 degree. So during the next 30-degree rotation of cam, the follower, that is the wall rod, is at rest position. So this is the dual number 1. Then during next 60 degree of rotation, the wall rod is to lower. So it is the in stroke of the follower, and remaining 150-degree rotation of cam, during which the follower is again at the rest position. So this is the dual number 2nd. So theta O, that is during the outstroke rotation of cam, is 120 degree. During the in stroke, the rotation of cam is 60 degree, and for dual 1 and dual 2nd it is 30 degree and 150 degree. So by taking some suitable scale, on x-axis take the angular displacement of cam, and on y-axis take the lift of follower, that is 50 mm. We know the construction for displacement diagram. In previous numerical we have studied that when the follower moves with simple harmonic motion. Now here the angular velocity of camshaft is angular speed of camshaft is given and is equal to 100 rpm. From that you can calculate angular velocity of camshaft, that is omega is equal to 2 pi n upon 60, that is equal to 10.47 radians per second. Now when the follower moves with simple harmonic motion, we know the velocity of follower during the outstroke. The equation for velocity of the follower during outstroke when follower moves with simple harmonic motion, that is Vo is equal to pi omega s divided by twice theta O. So pi is constant, omega that we have calculated 10.47, and stroke length of the follower, it is taken in meter, 0.05, divided by 2 as it is, and theta O it is taken in radians, 2.1. So theta O is equal to 120 degree into pi by 180. The magnitude is 2.1 in a radians. So you will get velocity of the follower during outstroke 0.39 meter per second. Similarly, Velocity of the follower during return stroke is calculated with the equation Vr is equal to pi omega s 785 meter per second. Similarly, the acceleration of the follower is calculated during the outstroke of the follower when the follower moves with simple harmonic motion. The equation is AO is equal to pi square omega square s divided by twice theta O square. Here also you have to take theta O in radians. The magnitude is 6.13 meter per second square. And the velocity of the acceleration of follower during return stroke of the follower, AR is equal to pi square omega square s divided by twice theta r square. The magnitude is 24.67 meter per second square. Here it is velocity and acceleration diagram is drawn by taking some suitable scale. So for velocity diagram, the scale is taken 1 centimeter equal to 0.39 meter per second. So during VO, that is the velocity of follower during outstroke, it is 0.39 meter per second divided by 0.39. You will get that vector, that distance as 1 centimeter. At start and end of the outstroke, and as well as at the start of end of instroke, the velocity is 0. At the mid of outstroke and at the mid of instroke, it will become maximum. So at the mid of outstroke, the velocity of the follower is 0.39 meter per second. So here you mark point at 1 centimeter. Draw the curve passing through these 3 points. Here also during return stroke is 0.785 divided by scale 0.39. It is 2.01 centimeter. At the mid of instroke, mark here 1 point at 2.01 centimeter, passing through these 3 points. Draw the curve for velocity diagram. So this is the velocity diagram. For acceleration diagram, scale is taken 1 centimeter equal to 6.13 meter per second square. So at the mid of outstroke and return stroke, the acceleration of the follower is 0 always. At the start and end of the outstroke and at the start of end of the instroke, the acceleration of follower is always maximum. During outstroke, the acceleration of the follower is 6.13 divided by scale 6.13 is equal to 1 centimeter. Mark here point at 1 centimeter. Draw the curve passing through these 3 points. Similarly, the acceleration of follower during return stroke, it is 24.67 divided by scale 6.13. It is equal to is equal to 4.02 centimeter at the start and end of the in stroke. Mark 1 point at 4.02 centimeter here and here. Passing through these 3 points, draw the curve for acceleration diagram of the follower during return stroke. So this is the acceleration of follower when follower moves with simple harmonic motion. Let us see how to draw the cam profile for the given data. Now, as per the first condition, the axis of cam and axis of follower, they are in line. So base circle diameter of the cam is given here. Base circle diameter of the cam, it is given as here. The minimum radius of cam is also called as base circle radius of cam. It is given 25 mm. By taking 25 mm as a radius, draw the base circle of cam. Now at the end of follower, the roller is provided. So draw the vertical and horizontal axis of the cam. Now this is the axis of the follower. As the axis of cam and axis of follower, they are coaxial, they are in line. This is the axis of follower. At the end of follower, the roller is provided. So here, draw the roller with a radius of, with a diameter of 20 mm. So 20 mm is the diameter of roller. Take 10 mm radius, A as a point, A as a center. Draw the roller here with 10 mm radius or 20 mm diameter. We have to draw the prime circle here. What is that prime circle? Radius of prime circle is equal to base circle radius plus roller radius. Now base circle radius is 25 mm and the roller radius is 10 mm. So radius of prime circle will be 35 mm. To take O as a center, 35 mm radius of a prime circle, draw the prime circle here. So here capital A is the center of roller. It is the initial position of the roller when the follower is at its bottommost position. Okay, listen carefully. What is the center A? It is the position of center of roller when the follower is at its lowest position. Then when the follower is at its lowest position, the center of that roller lies on the prime circle. The center of roller lies on the prime circle when the follower is at its lowest position. Now when the cam rotates, the center of roller is going to shift in upward direction. Now during the outstroke, the follower will move from its bottommost position to topmost position. Now during the rotation of cam of 120 degree, the follower will move from its bottommost position to topmost position. So here the center of roller, initially the center of roller is at point A when the follower is at its bottommost position. When the cam starts rotating, that center of roller is also going to shift from A to B, from B to C, from C to D, likewise. So here at initial position of the follower, during the initial position of the follower, the center of roller is on the prime circle. So here assume that the cam is rotating in clockwise direction. Divide the prime circle, don't divide the base circle here, because the initial position of roller center is on the prime circle. So divide the prime circle with the respective angles of theta O, dual 1, theta R and dual second. So here 120 degree outstroke of the follower, then 30 degree is the first dual of the follower, the next 60 degree is the return stroke of the follower, and during remaining 150 degree, the follower is in dual. The follower is in dual situation, means follower will be in rest position. Now here, during the initial position of the follower, the roller center lies on the prime circle. The center of the follower is going to shift from the prime circle. So here divide the theta O in equal even parts as that of theta O in the displacement diagram. Here it is divided theta O in 6 equal parts. Here also you divide the theta O, that is 120 degree, in 6 equal parts. Now that you have to mark those parts on the prime circle. Don't mark the points on the base circle. Mark the points on the prime circle. Okay. Similarly, divide theta r in 6 equal parts, as theta r is divided here in displacement diagram with 6 equal parts. Here also you divide theta r in 6 equal parts. Here also in theta r, mark the points on prime circle. Don't mark the points on base circle. Now join the center of cam to point number 1 and extend it. Join the center of cam with point number 2, extend it. Likewise join O3, extend it. Join O4, extend it. O5, extend it outside the prime circle. Now as the initial position of the follower lies on the prime circle, mark distance 1 capital B from the prime circle on first line. Take distance 2c in your compass. Mark that distance from the prime circle on line number 2. Take distance 3d in your compass from the prime circle. Mark that distance on the line number 3. You will get point D here. 4e distance mark on the fourth line from the prime circle. That is very important. You have to mark the distance from the prime circle. In previous case we have marked the distance from the base circle as it was a knife edge follower. Here the trace point lies at point A. Point A represents the trace points and it lies on the prime circle. So from prime circle you have to mark the distances to show the new position of follower roller center for a particular degree rotation of cam. Okay, so mark these distances from theta O and theta R from the displacement diagram in the cam profile geometry. Now this B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, these are the centers of rollers. Those are shifted for a new position of follower roller center. So this is the initial position of roller center. This is the shifted position of roller center for this much degree of rotation of cam. Now you can see here at the initial position the base circle of cam touches to the roller of that follower. So by taking B, C, D, E, F, G, all these points as a center of roller, go on drawing the rollers. Okay, after drawing all these rollers, listen once again. Taking B, C, D, E, F, all these points as a center of roller, draw the rollers, and touching to all the rollers, draw the smooth curve. You will get the cam profile for the given data. So this is the cam profile when the axis of the follower is in line with the axis of cam. Now for the second condition, that is the axis of follower is offset to the axis of cam by some distance. To understand how to draw the cam profile for such conditions, we will go for the next numerical. Now this is the numerical number 3rd. Construct the profile of a cam to suit the following specifications. Camshaft diameter equal to 40 mm. List radius of cam is equal to 25 mm. Diameter of the roller equal to 25 mm. Angle of lift, that is the angle of rotation of cam for the outstroke of the follower, it is 120 degree. Angle of fall it is nothing but the angle of rotation of cam for the return stroke of the follower. Falling means the follower will come from its topmost position to bottommost position, that is 150 degree. Lift of the follower, it is given as 40 mm. Number of pauses are 2 of equal intervals between the motions. Now 120 degree is theta O, theta R is 150 degree, so it is 120 plus 150, 270. 270, 360 minus 270, remaining is 90 degree. The condition is given that number of pauses, that is the dwell period, number of pauses, that is the number of dwells, are 2 of equal intervals between motions. So 2 of equal means remaining is 90 degree. Theta is 120, theta R is 150, it is 270. 360 minus 270 is 90. 90 is divided into 2 parts, 2 equal intervals. One is of 45 degree. So first will be theta O. In between theta O and theta R, there will be one dwell of 45 degree, and next dwell will be in between theta R and theta O. So first dwell is in between theta O and theta R of 45 degree, and second dwell is between theta R and theta O. So these are the two dwell periods. During the lift, the motion is simple harmonic motion, that is SHM. During the fall, the motion is uniform acceleration and deceleration. The speed of the camshaft is uniform. The line of stroke of the follower is offset by 12.5 mm from the center of the cam. Now here, during outstroke and return stroke of the follower, during the rising and lowering of the follower, during lift of the follower and during fall of the follower, the motions of the followers are different. During the lift, the motion is simple harmonic motion. During the fall, the motion is uniform acceleration and deceleration. So you have to draw the displacement diagram with the two different constructions. For theta O, you have to make the construction of simple harmonic motion. For theta R, you have to make the construction of uniform acceleration and retardation. So by taking some suitable scale, mark theta O, dwell 1, theta R and dwell second on the x-axis to represent the revolution of cam. On the y-axis, the lift of the follower is given 40 mm. Here it is, lift of the follower 40 mm. So divide theta O and theta R in equal even parts. Say it is 6 and 6. But while drawing the displacement diagram for theta during the outstroke of the follower, that is during the rise of the follower, draw the displacement diagram with the construction of simple harmonic motion. That we have seen already how to draw the displacement diagram by using simple harmonic motion. During return stroke, the follower is having uniform acceleration and deceleration motion. So while drawing the displacement diagram for return stroke, make the construction of uniform acceleration and deceleration, that is uniform acceleration and retardation. So for that, divide the mid line of in stroke in equal even parts vertically. Okay, divide theta R in equal even parts vertically. Similarly, you have to divide the midline of the in stroke in same even parts vertically. Okay, so make the construction for uniform acceleration and deceleration for theta R. Here for theta O, make the construction of simple harmonic motion and draw the displacement diagram. Now Here you can see that the axis of roller follower is offset. It is offset to the cam axis by the distance 12.5 mm. So line of stroke of the follower is offset by 12.5 mm from the center of the cam. So assume the cam is rotating in clockwise direction. Now the direction of rotation of cam is not given here. We have to assume that it is rotating in clockwise direction. Divide the prime circle in anti-clockwise direction. So when we are dividing the base circle or prime circle in anti-clockwise direction, take the offset of that axis of follower on the right hand side of the cam shaft axis. So here draw the base circle with a minimum radius or least radius of 25 mm. So this is the base circle of the cam. This is the offset circle. Draw the offset circle with 12.5 mm as a radius. This is the offset circle. Tangent to this, draw the axis of follower. First it is draw the base circle with a least radius of 25 mm, then draw the offset circle with a radius of 12.5 mm, then you draw the axis of follower tangent to this offset circle vertically with the dotted lines. We have to draw the prime circle here as it is a roller follower. The radius of prime circle, it is base circle radius plus roller radius. A base circle radius it is 25 mm and the roller radius is 12.5. So it is 25.12.5. It is equal to 37.5 mm is the radius of prime circle. So by taking O as a center, 37 mm radius, draw the prime circle. Now the prime circle will intersect to this vertical axis of the follower at point A. Taking A as a center, draw the roller with a radius of 12.5. The diameter of the roller is 25 mm, radius is 12.5 mm. So taking A as a center, draw the roller here. Okay. Now as at the initial position of the follower, the axis of the follower is tangent to the offset circle. We know the initial position of the roller center is on the prime circle. So divide the prime circle, mark theta O 120 degree on the prime circle, then dwell 145 degree on the prime circle, then 150 degree theta R on the prime circle, and the remaining is 45 degree dual second. Now divide the prime circle with the respective angles of theta O, dual 1, theta R and dual 2 from the line OA. After drawing the roller, join center of roller to center of cam. From this line OA, you have to divide the prime circle with the respective angles of theta O, theta D1, theta R and theta D2. Now divide that theta O in same even parts as that of theta O in displacement diagram. Here theta O is divided into 6 equal parts. Here also you divide theta O in 6 equal parts and mark those parts as a point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the prime circle. Divide theta O in 6 equal parts and mark those parts with the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the prime circle, not on the base circle. Similarly, divide theta R in 6 equal parts and mark those parts with the points 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash on the prime circle. From all these points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, draw the line tangent to opposite circle and extend outside the prime circle. From all the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 which lies on the prime circle, from all these points draw the line tangent to the opposite circle. Similarly from 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash, draw the line tangent to opposite circle and extend those lines outside the prime circle. After drawing the tangents, take distance 1b in your compass from prime circle. Mark that distance on the first tangent. Take distance 2c in your compass from the prime circle. From point 2, mark the distance on the second tangent. Take distance 3d in your compass. Mark the distance on the third tangent, that is from the point number 3 from the prime circle. From the prime circles you have to mark those distance. Those are taken from the displacement diagram. Don't mark the distance from the base circle. So you will get centers points B, C, D, E, F, G. Here also in theta R, mark the distances O dash H from the prime circle on the first tangent, then 1 dash J the second tangent. Likewise you mark the distance on these tangents from the displacement diagram. Now all these points represents the centers of roller. Now take radius of a roller as 12.5 mm in your compass. Take B, C, D, E, F, G, all these points as a center. Draw the rollers. After drawing the rollers, as at the initial position of the follower, the base circle touches to the roller, touching to all the rollers, draw the smooth curve. It will give you the profile of a cam for the given data. Numerical number third, it is related to oscillating follower. Now whatever numericals previously we have seen, they are related to reciprocating follower. Now we are going to see the last numerical related to cams. It is related to oscillating follower. See the data. Draw a cam profile to drive an oscillating roller follower to the specifications given below. First, follower to move outwards through an angular displacement of 20 degree during the first 120 degree rotation of the cam. Second, follower to return to its initial position during next 120 degree rotation of cam. And third, follower to dwell during the next 120 degree rotation of the cam. The distance between the pivot center and the roller center is equal to 120 mm. The distance between pivot center and cam axis is equal to 130 mm. Minimum radius of cam is equal to 40 mm. Radius of roller is equal to 10 mm. Inward and outward stroke takes place with simple harmonic motion. So the numerical is related to oscillating follower. In oscillating follower, there is an angular displacement. About this pivot, the follower arm is going to oscillate with an angular displacement of 20 degree. To have the oscillation of follower through 20 degree, the cam has to rotate 120 degree during the outstroke. So during the outstroke, the follower will move in upward direction. It will oscillate in upward direction. During return stroke, it will come down. So here linear displacement is not given. The angular displacement is given as it is an oscillating follower. and it is 20 degree. So you have to convert that angular displacement into linear displacement to find the lift or stroke of the follower in mm. Now it is in degree, you have to find that lift or stroke of the follower in mm. So it is equal to angular displacement of the roller follower, it is given 20 degree, convert that in radians, 20 into pi by 180, it is equal to pi by 9 radians. Now to find this linear displacement similar to S is equal to R into theta. This is the linear displacement S, where having theta 20 degree, we have converted that in radians. So pi by 9 radians is theta and R is 120 mm. So the length of follower arm, it is given 120 mm. Here it is the distance between pivot center and roller center. At the one end the roller is attached, at the one end of the follower arm a roller is attached, and one end of the follower arm is connected to the frame or connected to the fulcrum. Okay, so this distance is 120 mm, it is R, this is theta and this is S. So S is equal to R into theta. Theta is pi by 9 radians. So R is 120 mm. So it is 120 into pi by 9 is equal to 41.88 mm. Is the linear displacement, and it is nothing but stroke length or lift of the follower. Now here, during outstroke and in-stroke, the motion of the follower is of simple harmonic motion. Here follower to move outwards during through an angular displacement of 20 degree during the first 120 degree rotation of the cam. So theta O is equal to 120 degree. Follower to return to its initial position during next 120 degree rotation of the cam. So here, when follower moves from its topmost position, from its bottommost position to topmost position during first 120 degree rotation of cam, immediately it will come down during next 120 degree rotation of cam. So there is no dwell between outstroke and return stroke, as here it is mentioned that follower to return to its initial position during next. So during first 120 degree there is outstroke, during next 120 degree there is a return stroke, and after return stroke the dwell is given of 120 degree. So theta O 120 degree, theta R 120 degree, theta D it is 120 degree. It is 120 plus 120 plus 120, it is 360 degree for one complete rotation of cam. So remember here, in previous cases the dwell is given in between theta O and theta R. Here there is no dwell between theta O and theta R. After outstroke and return stroke there is a full dwell of 120 degree. So as during outstroke and return stroke the motion of the follower is with a simple harmonic motion, draw the displacement diagram for outstroke and return stroke by the construction of simple harmonic motion. This is the displacement diagram. Take theta O, theta R, theta D on x-axis to represent the revolution of cam, on a y-axis the stroke length or lift of the follower that we have calculated as 41.88 mm. Now the minimum radius of cam here it is 40 mm. So minimum radius of cam it is given 40 mm. Draw the base circle. of a cam with 40 mm radius. Then draw vertical and horizontal axis of the cam. Draw the prime circle. The radius of prime circle is equal to radius of base circle plus the radius of roller. Radius of base circle it is 40 mm and the radius of roller it is 10 mm. So draw the prime circle with radius 50 mm. So base circle with radius 40 mm, prime circle with radius 50 mm. Draw horizontal and vertical axis of cam. Here you will get point A. Draw the roller. On the vertical axis will intersect to prime circle at point A. Take A as a center. Draw the roller. After drawing the roller, the distance between the roller center and pivot it is given. The distance between the pivot center and roller center it is given as 120 mm. So take distance 120 mm in your compass, keep one pointer on A, mark the arc here. Take 120 mm distance in your compass, take A as a center, draw the arc here. Then next, the distance between the pivot center and cam axis it is given 130 mm. Take 130 mm distance in your compass, keep one pointer on O, draw the arc here. So the two arcs will intersect at point A1. From A1 to A, draw the follower arc. So A1A represents the follower arm of a oscillating roller follower. Now taking OA1 as a radius, O as a center, draw one circle. Take O as a center, OA1 as a radius, draw the circle. It is called as pivot circle. Okay. Join O to A1. Join O to A1. Take OA1 as a radius, O as a center, draw the pivot circle. Now mark theta. Sorry for the inconvenience. Draw the pivot circle taking O as a center and OA1 as a radius. Join OA1. From OA1, divide the pivot circle. From OA1, divide the pivot circle with the angle theta O 120 degree, theta R 120 degree and theta D1 120 degree. Then divide theta O and theta R in equal even parts, that of theta O and theta R in displacement diagram. So theta O and theta R here it is divided into 6 equal parts in displacement diagram. Here also divide theta O and theta R in 6 equal parts. Mark the points on the pivot circle. Mark those parts which are divided on pivot circle, not on the prime circle or on the base circle. Mark those points on the pivot circle. Now take distance 120 mm in your compass, that is from A1 to A. Take 1 as a center, draw the first arc. Now take care that arc must intersect the prime circle and it will be radially outwards. Okay. Take distance 120 mm in your compass, keep pointer on 1, draw first arc. Take care that that arc should intersect to prime circle but radially outwards. Similarly, take point number 2 as a center, draw second arc. Point number 3 as a center, draw third arc. Similarly, from all these points, that is from 4, 5, 6, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, go on drawing the arcs. Take care that that arc should intersect to prime circle and it must be radially outward from the prime circle. Take distance 1 to capital B in your compass from the prime circle on the first arc. Mark that distance. Take distance 2C in your compass from the prime circle from point number 2 on the second arc. Mark that distance. Take distance 3D in your compass from the prime circle from point number 3 on the third arc. Mark that distance, you will get point D. Likewise, you will get point B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N on the respective arcs. Now taking B, C, D, E, F, all these points as a center of roller, draw the rollers. As at the initial position, base circle of cam touches to the roller. For all the next position, touching to all the rollers, draw the smooth curve. It will give you the cam profile for the given data. Now from the point of representation, give all the names like roller, prime circle, oscillating follower, oscillating roller follower, pivot, and pivot circle, what is the cam profile, what is the pitch curve. Okay, show all these angles, base circle, so you will get maximum marks. Now these are the numericals related to cams. On Google Classroom, today I will upload the assignment related to cams. Thank you.